Any. Night amplifiers, volatility without warning. Midnight violence demands restraint. I navigate darkness with discipline, caution, avoiding unnecessary engagement. Midnight violence thrives on impulsive behavior. Errors escalate fast, I remain composed under heightened tension. Prepare. I don't chase chaos after sundown when it increases sharply. Midnight violence punishes distraction, brutally focused mentally. I read environment, changes instinctively, monitoring movement. Midnight violence tests emotional regulation, constant. Darkness thickens, nerves ignite. Midnight violence tonight. Midnight violence, danger near. Every step driven by fear. Calm survives when vision's clear. Midnight violence here. Midnight violence here. I reduce exposure during volatile hours, limiting risk consciously. Midnight violence respects preparation, not curiosity. I exit situations before escalation peaks. Timing saves lives. Midnight violence enforces boundaries. I accept reality without glorifying harm. Balance maintained. Midnight violence teaches respect for consequence. Lessons gained. I remain mentally present through fatigue. Alertness sustained. Midnight violence sharpens survival instinct. Train when tension fills the street. Midnight violence peace. Midnight violence danger near. Every step driven by fear. Calm survives when vision's clear. Midnight violence here. Midnight violence here. Survival favors strength. Midnight violence. Slow pace, sharpen sight. Midnight violence been. Midnight violence. Fight! Midnight violence, I persist. Fight, burn is tight, focus crisp. Fight, through the chaos still exists. Fight, midnight violence, resist. Sirens fade. Dawn approaches. Grim discipline governs behavior without sentiment. Routine enforced. I execute regardless of fluctuating temperament. Will reinforce. Grim discipline values obligation over comfort. Duty first. Everyday structure through deliberate practice. Burst. I don't negotiate standards when fatigue appears. Consistency rules. Grim discipline thrives on unglamorous years. Hidden tools. I track progress with unemotional accuracy. Measure speak. Every correction implemented without complaint. Peak. No excuses. No delay. Grim discipline stay. Yeah. Grim discipline stay. Grim discipline stay. Steady grind. Still routine shapes the mind. Through resistance I refine. Grim discipline stay. Spine. Grim discipline stay. Spine. I schedule recovery without breaking cadence. Balance it. Grim discipline, integrate rest and maintenance. Alphabet, I adjust workloads through periodic review. Sustain pace, every cycle strengthens operational resilience base. I maintain order amid unpredictable stress, the systems hold. Grim discipline insulates focus from external pressure, self-control. I respect boredom as a training ground, patience grown. Every milestone reached the repeated adherence shown. Routine carries a flame. Grim discipline name. Yeah. Grim discipline steady, name. Grim discipline steady, steady grind. Still routine shapes the mind. Through resistance I refine. Grim discipline, stubborn. Grim discipline, spine. Structure over trail. Grim discipline way. Clock ticks posture straight. Grim discipline way. Grim discipline. Grim discipline will. Clock takes posture straight. Grim discipline wait. Grim discipline. Grim discipline stay. Steady grind. Still routine shapes the mind. Through resistance on the phone. Measure no more. Fade. Call me. Grim discipline. Broken code surface when standards decay internally. Rules been quietly, yeah. I witness frameworks collapse from selective morality. Integrity, privacy, yeah. Broken codes expose shortcuts, masters innovation. Trust eroded, yeah. Every deviation logged for future recalibration. Decoded. I don't inherit flaws, systems unquestioned, audit first. Broken codes demand reconstruction under pressure, value burst. I dismantle contradictions piece by piece, yeah. Clarity wins. Every protocol rebuilt with verified purpose begin. When logic breaks, true low. Yeah, broken codes, so broken codes, lime is red. Fix the rules before we tread. Truth restores what ego share. Broken codes, red. I implement checks, preventing drift, recurrence, safeguards placed. Broken codes corrected through discipline, governance, errors faced. I don't excuse breaches, it's temporary lapses, cost tally. Every repair strengthens operational confidence solidly. I document failures for institutional memory, lessons saved. Broken codes teach vigilance permanently, awareness brave. I prioritize transparency over comfort narrative. Stability, every rebuild tested under simulated stress validity. Rewritten rules unfold. Broken codes told. Broken codes, lime is red. Fix the rules before we tread. Truth restores what ego share. Broken codes, red. Structure heals the breeze. Broken codes teach. Strip noise, reframe bass. Broken codes place. Broken codes rebuild strong. Align truth where flaws belong. Future safeguarded all along. Broken codes gone. Glitches fade, system stable. Pain circulated as exchange medium, early suffering purchased understanding. Pain currency, finance, perspective shifts, wisdom demanded payment. I invested hardship in a skill development, loss converted into value. Pain currency appreciates through reflection. Profit mental, I learned no cost analysis through adversity. Pain taught negotiation, every scar represents completed transaction. Experience accumulated, I don't waste pain on resentment cycles, I reinvest strategically. Pain currency compounds through discipline, sustainably. Every law carries word, pain currency birth. Pain currency, pay dues. Every scar refine my views. Growth purchase, never use. Pain currency move. All this suffering for edible lessons. Discarding emotional excess. Pain currency demands accountability. No refunds process. I convert struggle into operational knowledge. Improvement finance. Pain currency fuels long-term resilience. Align. I don't avoid discomfort when growth requires it. Pain holds information. Pain currency rewards those who process wisely. Through introspection, I accept costs without dramatization. Understanding, gain pain currency. Strengthens mental equity. Sustain. Loss transforms into gain. Pain currency remain. Pain currency, pay dues. Every scar refine my views. Growth purchase, never use. Pain currency move. Value earned through cost. Pain currency law. Hard lessons retained. Pain currency gain. Pain currency gain. Pain currency invested right. Built my strength through endless nights. Wisdom paid in full price. Pain currency type. Keeps fading in silence.
Pain doctrine reframe suffering into instruction. Curriculum harsh, I extract meaning from control destruction. Lessons march, pain doctrine denies wasted experience. Value found, every hardship translated into knowledgeable guidance profound. I catalog setbacks as developmental models. Knowledge earned, pain doctrine removes emotional goggles. Vision turned, I don't dramatize adversity, narratives that are rule. Every trial assessed for transferable advantage tools. Cause, corded, meaning drawn. Pain doctrine, on pain doctrine, learn to feed. Pain doctrine, on pain doctrine, learn to feed. Every cut teaches strategy, wisdom forged through misery. Pain doctrine, key. I convert strain into structured adaptation. Framework set, pain doctrine enforces behavioral calibration. Errors met, I review outcomes without self-blame cycles, growth mode. Every correction reduces future exposure load. I respect limits while expanding capacity. Measure climb, pain doctrine prioritizes durability. Over time, I integrate recovery to protect momentum. Balance kept, every chapter closes with improved alignment. Net tuition pay, insight gain, pain doctrine. Train, pain doctrine, learn to feed. Pain doctrine, train, pain doctrine, learn to feed. Every cut teaches strategy, wisdom forged through misery. Pain doctrine, key. Hurt instructs the will. Slow, count and each steady mind. Pain doctrine, still slow count, steady mind. Pain doctrine, dang mind. Pain doctrine, standing wide. Lessons clear behind the eye. Strength of crews where comfort dies. Pain doctrine, right, right. Strong things resolve, man.
Fatal focus locks attention into single direction. Distractions eliminated. I compress priorities until execution perfection. Energy calibrated. Fatal focus rejects emotional detours. Clarity sharp. Every second allocated toward decisive movement. Art. I train, concentrate on just simulated chaos. Noise ignored. Fatal focus strengthens cognitive endurance. Attention restored. I don't multitask when precision demanded. Singular aim. Every task completed with undivided intent. Claim. Vision tight. Margins closed. Fatal focus grows. Fatal focus. Narrow lane. Every step breaks the chain. Purpose burns through doubt and pain. Fatal focus game. I manage fatigue through intentional pacing. Sustain mode. Fatal focus balances intensity recovery. Low control, I prioritize quality over frantic quantity. Results speak every action audited for maximum leverage. Peak, I reset concentration through structured intervals. Mind clear. Fatal focus preserves momentum during trials. Frontier, I protect cognitive bandwidth aggressively. Boundaries firm. Every achievement traces back to discipline, attention. Confirm. Cut the noise, hold the frame. Fatal focus aim, fatal focus. Narrow lane, every step breaks the chain. Purpose burns through doubt and pain. Fatal focus game. Attention sharp as fate. Fatal focus state. Still breath, lock sight. Fatal focus night. Fatal focus, center truth. all intent, channel through. Pressure bends, I follow through. Fatal focus do. Being phased in the silence. Fatal focus do.
JCB.
Concrete, oh, swore without ceremonial display, grounded vow. I commit through action, demonstrated daily, not words now. Concrete, all things is resolved within harsh terrain. Promises set, every step reflects binding responsibility met. I don't play it lightly under emotional influence. Clarity first, concrete over quiet, sustainable ignorance. Value burst, I align behavior with declared intention, consistency. Every deviation corrected through accountability, integrity. Storm remembers every step. Concrete, oh, kept. Concrete, oh, solid ground. Promises echo without sound. Through the storm, still profound. Concrete, oh, I honor commitment despite fluctuating vanities. Stability, concrete over resists opportunistic rearrangement. Reliability, I review obligations under evolving conditions. Adjust true, every revision preserves original ethical core through. I accept burden carried by declared responsibility. Ownership clear, concrete, oh demands presence during adversity. No fear, I reinforce trust through repeated fulfillment cycles. Proof shown, every sunrise confirms dedication, maintenance intact. No, weight carry, trust grows. Concrete, oh, shows. Concrete, oh, solid ground. Promises echo without sound. Through the storm, still profound. Concrete, oh, bound. Endurance seals the vow. Concrete, oh, now. Slow steps, firm steps. Concrete, oh, change. Concrete, oh, standing strong. Integrity where I belong. Through the years, through the long. Concrete, oh, song. Rain softens, piano fades. Verdicts delivered without formal proceedings. Street judgment arrives instantly. Reputation weighed by accumulated behavior. History speaks silently. Street judgment doesn't wait for explanations. Actions archived permanently. I move aware of every choice recorded. Mentally, I learned accountability through observation. Consequences arrive unannounced. Street judgment reflects consistent pattern, not isolated accounts. I don't perform morality, deactively integrity, proven long term. Street judgment respects consistency, confirm. Every move leaves a trace. Street judgment waits, street judgment, eyes aware. No excuse in the air. Actions echo everywhere. Street judgment, fair air. I align behavior with intended outcomes, precision matters. Street judgment penalizes contradictions, truth scatters. I don't argue with established perception, not just execution. Street judgment rewards reliability through repetition. I maintain discipline without external supervision. Standards internalized, street judgment recognize authenticity, not advertised. I move intentionally through crowded spaces, all witness high. Street judgment shapes long-term survival applied. Patterns speak louder than claims. Street judgment name, street judgment, eyes aware. No excuse in the air. Actions echo everywhere.
respect earned, never given. Street judgment driven, silent watch, careful step. Street judgment kept, street judgment, clear sight, measure moves, day and night. Integrities, stains of fight, street judgment, right. Piano plays in the still.
Season shifts, when aggression escalates, murder season defined by attention. I stay alert when volatility spikes, risk management essential. Murder season amplifies impulsive decisions, errors caused permanently. I navigate carefully through heightened danger intentionally. I don't glamorize violent cycles, reality demands caution. Murder season punishes carelessness brutally. Survival requires preparation. I respect volatility without fascination. Focus sharpens instinct. Murder season tests emotional regulation. Under stress, tension thickens. Danger near. Murder season here. Murder season, watch your step. Every move tightly kept. Word is higher than regret. Murder season. I reduce exposure during unstable periods, limiting unnecessary risks. Murder season, we wars, discretion and patience, not reckless antics. I prioritize safety through strategic absence, distance preserve life. Murder season enforces serious consequences. I monitor environment changes constantly, adjusting behavior patterns. Murder season exposes unprepared minds. Through rapid escalation, I maintain calm when chaos increases. Stability matters. Murder season demands discipline, response, caution. Dark clouds overload. Murder season show. Murder season, watch your step. Every move tightly kept. Word is higher than regret. Murder season, death. Survival means restraint. Murder season, bad. Slow pace, sharp sight. Murder season, fight. Murder season, night and dark. Mind alert, intentions pure. Through the storm, I secure. Murder season, pure. Sounds heavy. Sharp in sight.
Signals ignored until consequences escalate. I communicate clearly before escalation. Last warning issue without emotional attachment, boundary established through demonstration. I don't repeat message diluted by patience. Clarity prevents unnecessary conflict. When warnings inspire action, replaces dialogue, respect and force not beg. I learn restraint through repeated provocations. Tolerance measured, not unlimited. Last warning points to structure and order before chaos becomes permanent. I don't threaten theatrically or impulsively. My words arrive calculated. Warning serve as opportunity for correction before paths separate. Listen closely when silence breaks. Last warning before reality shake. Last warning lines defined. Cross them once, no rewind. Decision final, no debate. Sign. Last warning and the line. I stand grounded when tension seeks reaction. Composure controls escalation. Last warnings carry weight through consistency, not volume or intimidation. I prepare outcomes before assuming notice, knowing consequences fully. Warnings protect progress from disruption, stability valued deeply. I don't enjoy and divulge solution through force, but clarity demands firmness. Last warning separate respect from disregard, teaching awareness through seriousness. Once ignored, distance replaces negotiation, paths diverge permanently. I protect peace through decisive action, last warning guaranteed. Final chance before momentum break. Last warning shapes the state. Last warning lines defined. Cross them once, no rewind. Decision final, no debate. Sign. Last warning in the line. Line. drawn, save energy. Clarity, prevent tragedy. No anger, no delay. Last warning, paved the way. Last warning, string shown. Respect, not long. Standing firm, fully grown. Last warning, cornerstone. Tick fast, face the soul. Verdict delivered without formal proceedings. Street judgment arrives instantly. Reputation waived by accumulated behavior. History speaks silently. Street judgment doesn't wait for explanations. Actions archived permanently. I move aware of every choice recorded. I learn accountability through observation. Consequences arrive unannounced. Street judgment reflects consistent pattern, not isolated accounts. I don't perform morality, ethically, integrity. Proven long term. Street judgment respects consistency. Confirm. Every move leaves a trace. Street judgment wastes. Street judgment eyes aware. No excuses in the air. Actions echo everywhere. Street judgment fair. I align behavior with intended outcomes. Precision matters. Street judgment penalizes contradictions. Truth scatters. I don't argue with established perception, not just execution. Street judgment rewards reliability through repetition. I maintain discipline without external supervision. Standards internalized. Street judgment recognize authenticity, not advertised. I move intentionally through crowded spaces, oh, when it's high. Street judgment shapes long-term survival applied. Patterns speak louder than claim. Street judgment name. Street judgment eyes aware. No excuses in the air. Actions echo everywhere. Street judgment fair. Respect earned. Time never given. Street judgment driven. Silent watch. Careful step. Street judgment kept. Street judgment, clear sight, measure moves, day and night. Integrity sustains the fight. Street judgment right. Piano face, it's stillness.
Piano fades into stillness.
I learn awareness standing inside dark corners. Places with silence, speaking for danger move. Dim light and hides intention behind expressions. Every shadow carries multiple truths. Observe posture, timing, breathing patterns. Small details reveal larger intent. Dark corners sharpen situational awareness. Mistakes rarely forgiven. I don't rush conversations in tight space. Words bounce louder in confinement. Patience keeps my presence controlled. Impulse feeds unnecessary alignment. Dark corners teach discipline through caution. Trust measured inch by inch. I remain composed under restricted vision. Confidence grounded, never flinch. Low light, forces, instincts, awake. Dark corner, show us, real or fake. Dark corner, silent signs. Reading danger, between the lines. Calm mind, under pressure binds. Dark corners, redefine. I move deliberately when clarity fades. Mapping exits for engagement. Survival instincts override emotion. Every step wait for containment. I don't assume safety from familiarity. Comfort zones collapse suddenly. Dark corners war mental preparedness. Punish complacency. Experience trains peripheral perception. Seeing beyond immediate sight. Confidence isn't loud where risk. Concentrating silence. Strength is my might. Dark corners don't forgive arrogance. They expose careless pride. I adapt quickly under constrained vision. Oh, when it's multiplied. When vision blurs, focus grows. Darkness teaches what daylight won't show. Dark corners, silent signs. Reading danger, eating danger. Between the lines, calm mind. Under pressure binds. Dark corners, redefine. Fear fades once knowledge forms. Control survives chaotic storms. Slow movement, steady breath. Dark corners, balance life and death. Dark corners, sharp insight. Turning tension into insight. I walk, prepared through night. Dark corners, in the light. Dark corners. Echoes dissolve, footsteps steady. Cold trigger discipline prevents reckless ignition, control before reaction. I monitor impulse with deliberate ambition, precision, satisfaction. Cold trigger mindset, values restraint over spectacle. Stability preserve every action, alignment confirm but observe. I don't fire responses emotionally charged, calibration matters. Cold trigger separates readiness from provocation, composure gather. I train patience under simulated pressure, repetition refined. Every move executed with calculated intention defined. Finger steady, breath control. Cold trigger, cold trigger, steady hand. Action waits for command, calm decides a final stand. Cold trigger, plan, cold trigger, plan. Cold trigger, plan, cold trigger, plan. Cold trigger, plan. I manage stress through controlled activation. Threshold respected, cold trigger prevents cascade and escalation. Focus protected, I disengage when advantage dissipates. Timing critical. Every choice optimized for sustainable progress. Methodical. I rehearse outcomes before initiating change. Prepare responses. Cold trigger converts chaos into ordered exchange. Clear stances. I value silence as a tactical resource. Energy saved. Cold trigger maintains operational clarity. Brave. No rush. No regret. Cold trigger. Set. Cold trigger. Steady hand. Action waits for command. Calm decides a final stand. Cold trigger. Plan. 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 Restraint sharpens. Force. Cold trigger. Cold. Pulse slow. Vision clear. Cold trigger. Near. Cold trigger, mind the line. Come shaped by patient time. Control proves the sharpest line. Cold trigger, plan. 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 Bass dance. Air freezes. Midnight crawling through the alleys of my conscience. Shadows stretching longer every time I hesitate. Breathing heavy with decisions never spoken. Every footstep echoes risk I learn to calculate. Windows flicker, stories written paranoia. Cold cement remembers every name that vanished. I don't pray for mercy, I prepare for impact. Living balanced on a ledge where fear gets banished. Heartbeat racing like patrol lights in the mirror. Trust evaporates the moment silence enters. I read intentions through the way they watch my posture. Eyes always measuring the value of surrender. Every promise bends when hunger start negotiating. Moral compasses spin under pressure zones. I adapt quicker than betrayal can approach me. Survival turn my thoughts into sharpened bones. Feel the way when the city holds its breath. Every second asking who survives next. Night pressure, pushing deep into the mind. Dark hours, forcing truth you cannot hide. Still resolve under moonlit skies. Night pressure, only strong survive. I learn patience from the way the streets observe. No applause when discipline decides the outcome. Calculated movements keep the balance preserved. I don't gamble, futures I refine them. Blueprints drafted from mistakes I bury quietly. Lessons carved from moments I refuse to fold. Every scar now functions as a silent advisor, teaching caution where the fearless get so. I don't chase validation from unfamiliar voices. Their applause fades quicker than ambition. I invest silence in the strategic, trust in installation and the ammunition. I stay careful when success begins attracting envy. Energy shifts when momentum shows. I see friendships fracture over minor advantages. Now I walk prepared for what the most. Every breath counts when the stakes feel high. Pressure builds deep for the breakthrough arrives. Pressure, pushing deep into the mind. Dark wells, forcing truth you cannot hide. Still resolved under moonlit skies. Night pressure, only strong survive. No alarms warn you before the tension peak. Growth hurts worse when comfort leaves. Slow steps, tight grip, tunnel vision and engage. Fear fades once survival takes stage. Night pressure, sharpening in the sight. Turning weakness into focus. Might through the cold, through endless fights. Night pressure, forge my life. Beat this off. Echoes linger down, approaching slowly. Blood calculus measures cost beyond emotion. Numbers written in consequence. I calculate outcomes before motion. Risk weighted with evidence. Blood calculus turns instinct into formula. Loss quantified. Every choice evaluated for long-term solvency. Verified. I subtract impulse at discipline. Daily equation stabilized. Blood calculus rejects fantasy. Price and reality applies. I don't gamble futures on temporary highs. Margins tight. Every variable track through live experience in sight. Count the cost, read the sign. Blood calculus align. Blood calculus, wait, the pain. Profit, gain through strain. Every scar, one other chain. Blood calculus, remain. I convert pressure inducible data. Metrics clear. Blood calculus, all this behavior patterns. Trends appear. I diversify effort to reduce collapse risk. Balancing. Every adjustment improves survival loss. I accept losses as tuition payments. Knowledge bought. Blood calculus compounds patient. Investments, lessons taught. I refine strategy through post-action review. Cycle tight. Every iteration sharpens decisive. Clarity right. Numbers speak when noise dies. Blood calculus replies. Blood calculus, wait, repain. Profit, gain through strain. Every scar, part of the chain. Blood calculus, remain. Math over emotion. Blood calculus devotion. Slow count, steady pace. Blood calculus base. Blood calculus, ledger clean. Cost paid for what I've seen. Future balance, margins lean. Blood calculus, king. Survey. Solid.
Nights,
Intensify risk beyond daylight perception. Darkness amplifies intention, fatal nights demand heightened awareness. Every move calculated with tension, I navigate shadows with deliberate pacing. Understanding unpredictability, fatal nights for preparation. I don't romanticize danger or chaos, reality strips glamour quickly. Fatal nights compress decision, timelines mistakes magnified instantly. I respect darkness for its honesty, it reveals true instincts. Fatal nights separate readiness from panic, under pressure bring moonlight hides and exposes. Fatal nights diagnose. Fatal nights, danger breeds. Every step counts, no relief. Calm survives what panic leaves. Fatal nights, believe. I stay mentally present through fatigue, alert despite exhaustion. Fatal nights test endurance limits, sustain concentration. I don't chase thrills after midnight, I manage outcomes carefully. Fatal nights don't forgive arrogance, only strategy. I exit situations before escalation peaks, knowing timing saves lives. Fatal nights for what restraining patience, impulsion is declines. I learn survival through repeated exposure, experience sharpen control. Fatal nights taught respect for boundaries staying whole when darkness tightens its hold. Fatal nights unfold. Fatal nights. Fatal nights, danger breeds. Every step counts, no relief. Calm survives what panic leaves. Fatal nights, believe. Silence louder than scream. Fatal nights as dream. Slow pulse, focus sight. Fatal nights define fight. Fatal nights I remain. Steady mind through the strain. Survival learn, not claim. Fatal nights restrain. Siren fade, don't approach it. Siren fade, don't approach it. Savage code governs survival decision. Rules enforced without sentiment. Order established through unwavering principles. Consequences permanent. Savage code prioritizes discipline. Emotion controlled deliberately. Chaos punished through decisive action. Efficiency. I operate within self-imposed structure. Savage code define limits. Boundary protect. Focus and progression. Preventing collapse from impulses. I don't negotiate core values publicly. Standards non-negotiable. Savage code sustains operational clarity. Reliable. Rules written under pressure. Savage code of marriage. Savage code, iron law. No excuses, no withdrawal. Calculated strikes, control flow. Savage code, raw. I refine execution through strict evaluation. Savage code artist performance deviation corrected immediately. Maintaining dominance, I don't confuse aggression with recklessness. Precision prevails, savage code balance restraining intensity. Detail, I stay alert without emotional volatility. Control maximizes efficiency, savage code eliminates hesitation through preparedness. I accept consequences attached to decisions, ownership enforced. Savage code sustains respect and order reinforced. No loopholes, no delay. Savage code stay. Savage code, iron law. No excuses, no withdrawal. Calculated strikes, control flow. Savage code, raw. Structure over emotion. Savage code devotion. Steady hand, sharp inside. Savage code, fight. Savage code, stand tall. Discipline answers every call. Through resistance, never fall. Savage code, oh. Mentality echoes fade. Mentality echoes fade. Mentality echoes fade. I learned doctrine from cracked pavement chapters, wisdom written through survival equations. Every corner preaches consequence loudly, streets teaching without verbal translation. Experience functions as unforgiving scripture, no revisions once mistakes get made. I interpret silence like ancient language, where every pause signals danger delay. Knowledge transferred through observation alone, watching errors before repeating cycles. Discipline separates growth from emotion, impulse often sabotage arrival. I don't glorify trauma as entertainment, I analyze patterns for clarity. Understanding context sharpens intuition, avoiding traps disguised as charity. Lessons caused without ceremonial rites, truth revealed under flickering light. Street scripture written in scars. Knowledge learned where survival starts. Read between lines, count the stars. Street scripture shape who we are. I translate, lost in the structured awareness. Pain organizing the strategic thinking. Every setback archival future reference. Memory prevents reckless blinking. I don't idolize reckless behavior. Longevity requires measured intent. Understanding cost outweighs momentary pleasure. Wisdom, calm, and patience is spent. I navigate chaos with deliberate breathing. Calm remains currency in volatile zones. Crowded spaces demand heightened perception. Every movement weighed by unknowns. I keep principles flexible yet grounded, adapting without erasing core beliefs. Street scriptures never promise comfort, only guidance through uncertain street. Survival text etched into the mind. Read carefully, time and divine. Street scriptures written in scars. Knowledge learn where survival starts. Read between lines, count the stars. Street scriptures shape who we are. True rarely shout, whisper slow. Wisdom grow where patience go. No shortcuts in these chapters told. Only lessons sharp and cold. Street scriptures guide my stride through temptation, fear and pride. I walk in form, eyes wide. Street scriptures by my side. Organ face, final crackle dissolves in it, silence.
Midnight tactics operate beneath the tension, low profile. I maneuver quietly through constrained perception. Meanwhile, midnight tactics favor patience over noise. Time and precise, every step plotted to minimize exposure. Nice. I read shadow corridors for movement cues. Signals faint. Midnight tactics leverage silence as a fuel. Restrained, I don't chase confrontation after dark. Options wait, every action aligns with exit-planning. Late night, slow, senses wait. Midnight tactics take. Midnight tactics, unseen flow. Quiet steps where dangers grow. Calm decides when to go. Midnight tactics grow. I reduce risk through deliberate position, angles tight. Midnight tactics for discipline, cognition side. I disengage once objectives conclude. No change. Every outcome secure without residue grace. I like movements for post-night assessment. Debrief clear. Midnight tactics evolve through honest measurement. Frontier. I prioritize safety through strategic absence. Wisdom wins. Every down confirmed effect is navigation in. Darkness maps a lane. Midnight tactics gain. Midnight tactics unseen flow. Quiet steps where dangers grow. Calm decides when to go. Midnight tactics pro. Stealth beats force. Midnight tactics course. Midnight tactics course. Breath low, pace right. Midnight tactics. Midnight tactics mission clean. Silent pesky margins lean. Control groundwork calm spin. Midnight tactics in. Pass fade. City exhale. Fast fade. City exhale.
Midnight crawling through the alleys of my conscience. Shadows stretching longer every time I hesitate. Breathing heavy with decisions never spoken. Every footstep echoes risks I learned to calculate. Windows flicker, stories written in paranoia. Cold cement remembers every name that vanished. I don't pray for mercy, I prepare for impact. Living balanced on the ledge where fear gets banished. Yeah. Heartbeat racing like patrol lights in the mirror. Trust evaporates the moment silence enters. I read intentions through the way they watch my posture. Eyes always measuring the value of surrender. Every promise bends when hunger starts negotiating. Moral compasses spin under pressure zones. I adapt quicker than betrayal can approach me. Survival turn my thoughts into sharpened bones. Feel the weight when the city holds its breath. Every second asking who survives next. Night pressure pushing deep into the mind. Dark hours forcing truth you cannot hide. Still resolve under moonlit skies. Night pressure, only strong survive. I learned patience from the way the streets observe. No applause when discipline decides the outcome. Calculated movements keep the balance preserved. I don't gamble futures, I refine them. Blueprints drafted from mistakes I bury quietly. Lessons carved from moments I refuse to fold. Every scar now functions as a silent advisor, teaching caution where the fearless get sold. I don't chase validation from unfamiliar voices. Their applause fades quicker than ambition. I invest silence into strategic choices, turning isolation into ammunition. I step careful when success begins attracting envy. Energy shifts when momentum shows. I've seen friendship fracture over mine advantages. Now I prepare for what tomorrow holds. Every breath counts when the stakes feel high. Pressure builds before the breakthrough arrives. Night pressure pushing deep into the mind. Dark hours forcing truth you cannot hide. Still resolve under moonlit skies. Night pressure, only strong survive. No alarms warn you before the tension peak. Growth hurts worse when comfort leaves. Slow step, tight grip, tunnel vision engaged. Fear fades, once survival takes stage. Night pressure, sharpening inner sight. Turning weakness into focus mind. Through the cold, through endless fights. Night pressure forged my life. Soft, echo, lingering, dawn, approaching. Silent warfare unfolds without announcements, subtle maneuvers. Our posture shifts and delayed acknowledgement signals truer. Silent warfare rewards discretion over display. Silent strategic, every move calculated to avoid exposure. Automatic, I don't broadcast preparation publicly. I vanish preserved. Silent warfare demands discipline, secrecy. Edges curved, study timing, angles, narrative control. Context matters, every response measured to minimize escalation, scatters. Quiet moves the blade. Silent warfare play. Silent warfare, unseen fight. Pressure builds without a sight. Calm prevails through endless night. Silent warfare, right? I maintain composure. I'm in covert opposition, focus tight. Silent warfare neutralizes manipulation, insight. I disengage when objectives reach completion, no chase. Every win secure without confrontation. Grace, I protect energy by avoiding loud conflict. Efficiency reigns. Silent warfare thrives on consistent output, no strange. I document outcomes internally for refinement. Cycle repeats, every iteration sharpens operational clarity. Complete. No noise, clear game. Silent warfare train. Silent warfare, unseen fight. Pressure builds without a sight. Calm prevails through endless night. Silent warfare, right? Control beats, force. Silent warfare, course. Slow
steps, walk fast, slow step, focus mind, silent warfare, bang, silent warfare, bang. Silent warfare, mission done. Progress moves when battle shine. Victory quiet, outcomes won. Silent warfare, one. Drones dissolve into stillness.
Yeah. Nights intensify, risk beyond daylight perception. Darkness amplifies intention. Fatal nights demand heightened awareness. Every move calculated with tension. Navigate shadows with deliberate pacing. Understanding unpredictability. Fatal nights reward preparation. Punish complacency. I don't romanticize danger or chaos. Reality strips glamour quickly. Fatal nights compress decision timelines. Mistakes magnified instantly. I respect darkness for its honesty. It reveals true instincts. Fatal nights separating us from panic under pressure. Bring moonlight highs and expose it. Fatal nights diagnose it. Fatal nights, danger breathe. Every step counts, no relief. Come survive with panic leave. Fatal nights, believe. Hey. I stay mentally present through fatigue alert despite exhaustion. Fatal nights test endurance limits, sustain concentration. I don't chase thrills after midnight, I manage outcomes carefully. Fatal nights don't forgive arrogance, only strategy. Hey. I exit situations before escalation peaks, knowing timing saves lives. Fatal nights reward restraining patience, impulsing its declines. I learned survival through repeated exposure, experience sharper control. Fatal nights taught respect for boundaries, staying whole. When darkness tightens its hold, fatal nights unfold. Fatal nights, danger breathe. Every step counts, no relief. Come survive with panic lead. Fatal nights, believe. Silence louder than screams. Fatal nights, test dreams. Slow pulse, focus, sight. Fatal nights, define fight. Fatal nights, I remain steady mind through the strain. Survival learn, not claim. Fatal nights, restrain. Siren fade, dawn approaching. Concrete colder than conversation where I started. Cold blocks taught endurance early. Faces unreadable beyond survival posture. Empathy learned cautiously. Cold blocks breed calculator, moving every step, playing twice. I adapted quickly or suffer consequences, no mercy advice. I observe ambition, freeze under pressure. Cold block expose intentions. Comfort dissolves where scarcity dominates. Reality shapes attention. I don't expect sympathy from the pavement, only lesson through friction. Cold blocks condition mental toughness through repetition. Frozen ice, hardened ground. Cold blocks make sound. Cold blocks, frozen lanes, why stay warming. Side of pain, survival Ashton. To the brain, cold blocks, remain. I learned patience, watching seasons change slowly. Progress grows before sprinting. Cold blocks reward persistence quietly. Ignoring complaints consistently. I build resilience without external validation. Strength grown unseen. Cold blocks hardened decision making. Discipline. I don't blame environment for limitations. Adaptation fuels success. Cold blocks sharpen awareness. Permanently alertness manifests. I navigate risk without emotional distortion. Calm maintains control. Cold blocks train survival instincts. Mindful, ice melts, lessons stay. Cold blocks, paid away. cold block. Frozen lanes, heart stay warming. Side the pain, survival edged in. To the brain, cold blocks. We remain. Harsh ground, builds strong roots. Cold blocks, produce slow breath, steady walk. Cold blocks, talk, cold blocks. Forge resolve in a fire, fully evolved through the frost. I saw cold block, involved. When faith, base is off. Cold blocks, talk.